Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel At Home with Chelle. So today I've been filming what I eat in a typical day to lose weight. Today I've been working in the office, so this will include lunches, breakfast, dinner, snacks, everything in between. Hopefully it will give you some inspiration. For those of you that have watched my videos before, then you'll know that I am following Slimming World, also calorie counting, just to try and keep track of my weight loss. So if you do enjoy this kind of video, then please give it a thumbs up, and if you are new, then I would love for you to subscribe. So breakfast today is an omelette, and I'm just adding in whatever kind of veggies that I've got lying around. So I'm going to add in some courgette, mushrooms, tomatoes, some cheese, and then I'll serve it with a bit of rocket on the side. I'm going to make my omelette using one normal egg, and then the rest of it I'm going to use the egg whites. So this is basically, you can just buy this in the fridge section, and it's equivalent to 15 egg white, and it's just a really good way of still eating quite high protein but not increasing your calories too much. So basically 3 tablespoons is equal to 1 egg. So I'm going to put 2 lots of that in, and then a normal egg in there as well. Then I'm going to pour over the egg white mixture, and then add a little bit of grated cheese on top.
That's a good.
Oh, that was going so well. So that I'm going to quickly eat for breakfast, and then I've got to run to work. Delicious. So I'm going to get what I made last night. So I made this, like basically, Nick's already taken a load. I made this chicken Greek salad that I'm going to put inside of these protein soft pitters, these Warburton ones. So these are your healthy extra B if you're following Slimming World. Or they're only, how many are they? 151 calories. And they're really easy they're so good to fill as well. They're much easier than normal pitters. So I'm just going to, I'm going to put some rocket in. I'm going to put a little bit of rocket in there first, like so. And then I'm going to add in the chicken salad mixture. So look at that, that is going to be such a good lunch later on. These are all the ingredients that you'll need to make the Greek chicken kind of salad dish. So you'll need some chicken breasts. So I'm going to make this probably for around 3 to 4 lunches, because I'll do it for Nick and I. So I'm going to use 2 chicken breasts. We'll need some yogurt. I always use the 0% fat free yogurt, red wine vinegar, some salt and pepper, some Greek olives. These are the Kalamata olives. Garlic granules, oregano, a couple of tomatoes, some cucumber, red pepper or whatever colour pepper that you've got, a red onion and some feta. So to start off with, I'm just going to cook the chicken, and to do this, I'm just going to pop it into the air fryer. So I'd do a couple of chicken breasts, and this will make enough for, I might do the biggest ones. I'm just going to pop those into there and then just season with a little bit of salt and pepper. You can grill these or oven. Sometimes I actually just boil the chicken as well, but for ease today, I'm just going to pop these into the air fryer until they're done whilst I get on and make everything else. So whilst the chicken's cooking, I'm just going to prep this. I might actually only use half a red onion, to be honest, because red onion is quite potent. So I'm just going to thinly slice the red onion. So to make it all in, I've just got a big bowl here. You can use any kind of bowl, but I'm just going to make it in this, and then it's got a lid so I can actually then keep it into the fridge as well. So to the bowl, I'm going to add half a sliced red onion. If you really like onion, you can add more, but I'm just adding half a red onion. You then want to add in the red pepper. Then add the tomatoes, so I've just diced 2 tomatoes. Then add in half a diced cucumber, and then when I'm doing the cucumber, I always just remove the seeds, like the wet bit inside as well, when I'm cutting it, just to make sure that it basically, if you remove that, then it stops it getting kind of too soggy. Then I've just chopped up some of the olives, so I've just weighed out 25 grams here. If you don't like olives, you can completely leave these out, but I really enjoy olives. These are 3.5 sind if you're following Slimming World for 25 grams, so I'm going to add those in as well. The chicken is done now, so I've left it to cool a little bit. I'm just going to slice it. It's still a bit warm actually, so I'll cut it and then it will continue to cool. So I don't want to put it in there whilst it's too hot. You don't have to put chicken in, you can put in whatever protein that you want, or of course you can leave it veggie if you prefer. So I'll just leave that to cool for another couple of minutes. Then add about a tablespoon of red wine vinegar. Season the bowl with some salt and pepper. Then you want to add about 3 tablespoons of yogurt. So like I said, I'm using the fat-free yogurt. Three heaped tablespoons in there. Then add a teaspoon of oregano and a teaspoon of garlic granules. The chicken's cooled down now, so then you want to add in all of your sliced chicken and just give it all a really good mix together, and that's it. I've got a delicious prepped chicken salad, so you can have this. I'm going to do is have it in some pittas, or you can have it in a sandwich, or I often just have it as a salad by itself. Sometimes I have it with a jacket potato or some rice on the side. Literally anything that you want it with, and it's such a delicious salad. And this will easily keep in the fridge in an airtight container for 3 days. So this will be a couple of lunches for Nick and I. I almost forgot, but you also need to add in the feta. So I've just weighed out 60 grams of feta here, and then I'll just add that and stir it through. And now it actually is finished. This adds a really nice kind of saltiness to it as well. I had a snack mid-morning of a couple of salt and vinegar rice cakes, and I'd made some mini skewers of tomato and mozzarella, as had some leftover mozzarella balls from the weekend. These were the perfect little snack which kept me going until lunchtime, which was quite late today. Super easy to make. I just basically had some mini toothpicks and kind of layered up the tomato, mozzarella and a little bit of basil too. So obviously you saw me make lunch. I had the Greek chicken salad pita, which was absolutely delicious. Mid-afternoon I had a small fruit bowl which I'd prepped last night. So I'm back from work now, and it's been such a busy day. I tried to film what I was eating today as much as I could. Obviously it's quite difficult being at work, and I didn't even really get a proper lunch break today. I was just kind of eating on the go in between meetings and whilst I was working. So I'm home now. I'm pretty hungry, so ready to make dinner. Tonight I'm going to make like a dirty rice kind of dish. Super easy, basically just going to use some gammon, leftover gammon that I cooked at the weekend. So I'm going to chop that up and then put it into a dish with basically some rice and peppers, stuff like that. And it's just a really simple, throw it all together in one pan. Doesn't take much time, and it's something that everybody will enjoy. So hopefully you enjoy it. I'll show you all of the ingredients that go into it now and how to make it. These are all the ingredients that you'll need to make the dirty rice. So you'll need some rice. I'm just using the long grain rice. You can use whatever rice that you've got, but I actually feel that the long grain rice works quite well in this recipe. Some red wine vinegar, chopped tomatoes, beans of some description. You can use black-eyed beans, or I've got these kidney beans in, so I'm just using those. I've got a mixture of peppers, so 4 peppers. I'm also going to throw in half a courgette, so that was left over from this morning. A couple of garlic cloves, some parsley to finish. I've got about 600 ml of vegetable stock here. And then you can obviously keep it veggie, but I'm also going to add in some leftover gammon. Just a gammon joint that I cooked over the weekend. I'll just cut all the fat off and then chop that up into small pieces, but you can add in maybe bacon medallions or something. It tastes really nice in this, or chicken, anything that you want, or like I said, keep it veggie. So to start off with, I'm just going to chop the veggies just into, I'm going to finely dice the onions and then chop the peppers up into bite-sized pieces. You want to get a large frying pan or saucepan. I've got almost like a wok here. Spray it with some fry light or spray oil in there, and then add in your onions, and then fry off the onions for around 5 minutes. So after about 5 minutes the onions are nice and soft. Then you want to add in your peppers and courgettes and continue to fry that for another 5 minutes. Then after a couple of minutes, add in your garlic cloves. So I've got 2, I'm going to add in 2 garlic cloves into here. Give that a good mix together. Then I'm going to add in the rice. So I've just weighed out 250 grams of the rice. Give that a bit of a mix round. Then I'm just going to add some smoked paprika. I forgot to show this in the ingredients. Just to give it a bit of flavour. You can add whatever you've got, like Cajun seasoning, or just going to add in some paprika in there. Give that a quick stir through. Then add in the water or the stock. So I've got 600 ml of vegetable stock here, so add that in. The heat up a little bit, bring that to the boil, and then turn it down to simmer for about 10 minutes. And meanwhile, I'm just going to chop my gammon to throw that in. Then want to throw in your chopped up gammon or meat, whatever you've got. The rice is almost done, so into that I'm going to add my kidney beans. So I've just drained the kidney beans, rinsed them in water, and also add in my chopped tomatoes. I'm also going to add some red wine vinegar, so just about a tablespoon of red wine vinegar, so that's half a tablespoon, so a couple of those in there. Give that a good stir and another 5 minutes. Check the rice is done and that will be ready to serve. So it's pretty much done now, and then I'm just going to sprinkle over some fresh parsley, stir that through, and then it's ready to serve. So this was actually fairly easy to make, all made in one pan as well. Like I said, you can add in whatever kind of meat that you want. Prawns are actually really nice in this as well. If you like a little bit more heat, you could add in some chili powder or maybe some hot sauce as well, just to add a little bit more flavour. Let's have a little go. It's really, really tasty. And I'll work out all the sins and calories, put them on screen, but I'm pretty sure from what's gone in this, it must be pretty much sin-free, which is great for a meal this tasty. So it's actually the next day now. I'm just editing the video and realised that I didn't kind of summarise what my total calories and sins and everything were in the day. So I filled this in last night, which is basically my food diary. I've showed this many times on my videos before. I really rely on it. It just really keeps me on track, makes me accountable, and it's really good to look back on and kind of see the weeks where I maybe haven't maintained or I've put on weight. Then I can kind of see where I went wrong. So I filled this in with what I had for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and the snacks. I've put the if I use like a healthy extra A or B or anything, also put the sin values for anything on Slimming World, and then I do also calorie count as well, just to keep track of it, because sometimes with Slimming World I find that I can be on track for Slimming World but actually can still end up consuming quite a lot of calories. So I kind of like to monitor both, and then hopefully it's helpful for you guys as well if you're doing either. So I ended today, really good day actually. So I used my Healthy Extra A and my Healthy Extra B. I ended on 5.5 sins and ended on calories, 1,276 calories. So a really good day, really good on plan day. And then I always just write my kind of comments and reflections. So for me, I've just wrote a busy day, but I was on plan. However, I didn't do any exercise. So then I'll bear that in mind and know that I'll need to make up for that, like today, for example. But yeah, some days, you know what it's like, some days are just busier than others and you can't kind of fit everything in. And then all I had last night after dinner, I don't think I shared that, I had one of these jellies. So these are the 10 calorie jellies. They're so good. I mean, they're literally 10 calories, half a sin on Slimming World, which is just a great little sweet treat to have in the evening. So yeah, that concludes the video. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, you've found it useful, just kind of sharing what I eat in a typical day when I'm trying to lose weight, following Slimming World, and also calorie counting. So if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you are new, then please do subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so then you'll be notified when I next upload as well. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.